You need an attorney. If you and your partner break up, you built this fabulous podcast. The money is rolling in. Now, who gets what and how much when you break up? Influencer divorces. It's the thing these days. Hossein Berenji is the award-winning founder of Berenji and Associates, specializing in those complex divorces. Thanks so much for being with us.
Good morning. I'm in California, so I know you guys are in the East Coast, but thank you for having me on.
Our pleasure. So you're operating primarily Los Angeles area?
Yes, we handle in complex divorces, and obviously influential divorces fall within that category because it's not your typical divorce where you're splitting a business or property or anything like that. So it's a little more complex. So yeah, we handle a lot of those cases in our practice.
As things change, the need for changes in the law happen. What do modern prenups or post-nups, what do they look like? Because there's so many people who are working together, collaborating now to make that money.
It's really important, especially in the area of influencers. Like you mentioned, there are influencers that work together. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes you have one personality who's like the main figure and you have somebody who's the supporting role. In that sense, it's a little easier because you know who is going to end up with the platform. When influencers together are collaborating, that makes it more difficult. Who takes which platform? Who's the content creator? And when the court is trying to divvy up the assets, it has to make a decision. If parties can't agree, who's going to take one platform? So having a prenup early on and people who are going to work together, who are going to create content and be in multiple platforms, it's really important because it sets the expectations and understandings at the beginning of the case. And then it's really important that people consider that and consider it a business, not just creating content, because it is somewhat like a business. So it's very important to try to get a prenup at the earliest stages.
A lot of cute kids out there making money too on podcasts and blogs. Now parents have some barriers too now, huh?
Yes, typically, just like acting, the law has developed. Child actors early on might not have had a lot of control over their income. Influencers are the same. There are some influencers that have, there's family content. The kids are part of the content. And there's new laws in New Jersey, in California, where they make sure that the children, a certain percentage of the money that the children are generating through the content be set aside for them. So it really depends on how involved those children are, how much content they're creating, and if they meet a threshold, then those parents are required to set aside a certain amount for the children, just like any child actor who's involved in television or movies.
What do you suggest to someone watching this today and they want to pick your brain a little more, or they want to read more about what you do in the business? How can they find out more?
Well, there's a lot of content out on the web. If you just try to look at some of the divorces that have happened in the past, you get a sense of how things are divided. One particular couple that comes into mind is Kate and Mike Sickler. They had two platforms. It was a couple of years ago, 2021, but they had a TikTok and a YouTube channel, and the court ended up dividing those two channels. In terms of the actual more information about this, you can visit my website. You can also just go out and understand that it's a business, just like any other business that generates money. It has to be divided, and the court's got to decide who is in control of the business. Wow. And who creates content. So while it is a new platform, it is developing.
Thank you so much. I know a lot of people, this is piquing their interest now. They're in those situations. Thanks for being with us.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me on.
My pleasure.